Hello everyone, welcome to Valentine's Week with the Golden One, where I, the Golden One, will be playing 4 or 5 visual novels all week, leading up to Valentine's Day for about an hour, see how far I can get into them, see what I can get done in it, who I can date. And today we're playing Aisling and the Tavern of Elves, where I believe I am the manager of a tavern, and there are 3 elf romance options. That's 2 things I like to do. Management video games, and elves. I love elves. So let's start a new game of this. Oh, that's me. And this needs to, oh no, how do I, no, back, how do I, config. There you go, full screen, okay. It's not easy being a mercenary, especially a foreign mercenary in a strange land. That works in, the work is dangerous, and you never know how, or, when you'll get paid. But there are pluses too. I get to travel a lot, and there are rarely dull moments, but I shouldn't spoil the story quite yet. Like all good stories, I should start at the beginning. And this one began at the Baroness office after I killed a giant troll for her. Oh, she cute. Baroness, do you have a moment? Aisling Whitehorse. Are you related to Don Whitehorse from Tales? You his granddaughter. I hear human and errand dog. How go things? Very good, my lady. I've come to report that I have successfully defeated the giant troll living underneath Rourke Bridge, and that he won't be troubling the merchants crossing through anymore. Oh, he was a bridge troll, was he? Scared away, huh? Better. I killed him. Wow. Wow, that is so blunt. I left his head below with your stable boy. Why'd you bring the head back? I think she would. Okay. Vicious humans. They don't bring it up as it weighs as much as a horse and smells like the public latrines in Butcher Square. This is very impressive. Every damn mercenary I've sent after him has either only managed to scare him away or has wound up turned into paste under his giant club. You managed to finally kill him. I suppose it's true what they say about you humans, huh? Want something dead? Get a human to do it for you. You know that? I know that's supposed to be a compliment. It does not sound like one at all. Oh, it makes humans sound like ruthless killers, which is 100% true, but damn. You went at that generalization, but hold your composure. I mean, it's not wrong, Aisling. She's not wrong. Just accept it. Problem with you elves is that you're too fond of short swords, bows, and arrows. Wow. Racism? Very good for scratching trolls and scaring them away. Not very effective for cutting into them and getting into their heads. Want to lop off a troll's head? Nothing beats a claymore. I do admire the ferocity you humans display. Baroness Royson walks to her drink cabinet and pours herself some wine. She sits at her desk with a proud smile on her face. Good job, Aisling. That should get the Merchant Guild off my back. How much do I owe you then? My lady, I believe we agreed 500 guilders. Did we? Seems like a rather generous amount, doesn't it? To kill a fox that's terrorizing the nearby chicken farms, perhaps. To kill an 8-foot troll that's impeding local trade, less so. Trolls are like minor enemies in the RPG. You kill them at like level 2 or 3 or 4. I think damn near tore my arm off, my lady. Really, you hardly have a scratch on you. Perhaps that is because I am such a skilled warrior. Perhaps. Or it's because you're bullshitting. How does 200 guilders sound? You put your hand. Whoa. Sounds to me like I'm about to become a much more skilled warrior. Immediately, Rosalind's 2 guards draw their bows and aim them at me. Rosalind smiles and releases like a massive cackle. Oh, how much fun you humans are. So emotional. So short-tempered. I love it. So are you paying me or not? What good is money to a dead person? You may be a great warrior, but my archers are infallible. Aim 2 arrows to the head, I'm sure you'll get them like a sack of potatoes. And if they miss, I can take the 3 of you out with a single swing of my claim only if they're close together. How close do you think they're gonna be? Also, what the fuck are the elves trying to short me already? What is this racism? You like gambling, lady? Oh, I never have this much fun with elven mercenaries. I really should get more humans living here. Make this Drab City much more exciting. Let's not be human to do the violent thing. Holy shit. Oh. Oh, I love her. Yeah, fuck humans. Let's negotiate. Rosalind signals her guys to lower their bows and they immediately comply. Caution you, keep your hand on your sword. Come, Aisling, why don't you be a good sport and negotiate with me here? You're supposed to negotiate before the job is finished, not after. Then then you should have insisted on getting paid beforehand. If your memory is so poor, my lady, I did ask and you refused. It's only because so many died trying to kill this beast. What good is that money sitting below the bridge and not taking part in the local economy? And on that subject, you really expect me to believe you didn't collect all the gold sitting there in the pool of blood and bones from the last set of mercenaries? A deal is a deal. 500 guilders, please. 50 sounds fair to me. Why don't you do a kindness to the city that's taking you in and give you in hand? 450 guilders. 300 guilders. 400 guilders. I want to go a penny under. Really? How about we go back to the idea of using your head as a pincushion? And who will be the next troll to terrorize your trade routes? With the snows entering Nordlung, you really expect this one to be the last? Jeez, you humans are gonna manipulate. Fine, you have a deal. 400 guilders. Really? You want me to expect that none of the elves can take on a troll that only this lone human mercenary can do? What the fuck is that shit? The Baroness reaches below her desk and pulls out a scroll. She sets it in front of you just you for to read it. And open down. Wait, that's 400. What the hell is this? Do you not have these in the human kingdoms? Alone is. I know what loan is. I'm asking why the hell you're giving me this document. That's your payment. Is it? Doesn't look like 400 guilders to me. Oh, it is. Actually, if you do the math, it's a little bit better than that. It actually comes out to 432 guilders. I'll even let you keep the additional 32 guilders. Core, what a generous soul I am. My lady, enough games. Can I have my money? Oh, of course you can. The fine lady whose signature is on this document is one Kara Riverstone, proud owner and barkeep of the Stone and Sailor, a lovely tavern just down Thatcher Road. If you take your time to read the document, you see that her debt is due today. Just go down there and demand the money. She'll see that you're a human and it will scare the living lights out of her and she'll pay you. Easy. Nope. What do you mean, nope? I mean, no. I'm not doing another job for you just to get the right to be paid. You effectively forcing me on another job for free just to pay for the last one. Well, I'd hardly call it free. You get 32 guilders for just walking down the road knocking on this lady's door. My lady, you know it won't be that easy. I'd much prefer that my 400 guilders in coin, please. You want me to pay 32 guilders to then walk down the road and bring this document to this lady that I'm happy to do so. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Aisling. I don't have it. If you want it, we have a really good time cutting each other's open and paying them off in lead. Assuming you win this engagement, let me tell you now that you'll finally crack my vault open. All you'll find is a big room full of many scrolls and documents like that. Most of them are with numbers much bigger than this one document you have in your hands, so my scumbags are much harder to find. I'm doing you a solid, Aisling. At least we know where Kara Riverstone is, and from what I've heard, she's an honest elf. Oh yeah, you're telling the truth. Go down there and talk to her yourself. If you can't find her, then you are free to come back and you can have your pick of another debt from my vault for you to collect. And you're seriously telling me the city of Eomon can't pay me the meager sum of 400 guilders? I mean, what's keeping the city running? A lot of debt. That troll stopped trade westward for 2 months. In that time, he had given out loans to selling business just to keep them afloat. Fine, I'll go talk to her. Fantastic. And again, thank you so much for killing that troll for us. Whatever. I don't like this. This elf thing's making them look bad. Hello, love. What can I get you on this fine day? Pint of golden sparrow, please. Oh, terribly sorry, love, but we don't carry golden sparrow. Oh, then what else do you have? Goat's head and Tinker's Tinker. Both taste like catfish. Oh, perhaps some food then. What do you have? Leek and potato stew? Any meat in that? A bit of bacon. Yeah, go on, that should be fine. Nothing to drink. How cold is your tricky Tinker? Ice cold, it just arrived from the brewery in Nordland. Fine, I'll have a flagon of that. What the fuck is a flagon? Wonderful. I'll bring those out now then. You look around and inspect the tavern. It's clearly clean and well kept, but seems a lot of clientele. Here you go, love. Thanks. You grab the spoon and have a taste of the stew. It's hardly the best stew you've ever had in your life, but it's far from inedible too. What do you think? It's okay. Could you do with more bacon? If I put in another rasher, I don't think I'd be able to charge 3 silvers for it. Fair enough. I'll take it to your owner. Indeed, I am. Kara Riverstone, right? Yeah, how did you know my name? How'd you know my name? You pulled the loan and said it in front of Kara. I'm sorry, Miss Riverstone, but I'm here representing Baroness Roseanne. Apparently your debt is up. Kara picks up the scroll and gives it a good read. Geez, that was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Time really flies fast. Yeah, tell me about it. Do you have that money? Free food to do anything you find upstairs or in the storerooms. Hopefully you can scrape together enough to get 432 guilders. Guess that's a no then. That is correct. Seem awfully calm. I'm not stupid, I knew this day was coming. No shit. What are you waiting for? Aren't you gonna go do inventory? Don't worry, I won't go anywhere. Are you serious? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Do the inventory and you'll see the total value of the items in the tavern should approximate the amount owed to the bank. The chair should be worth at least 2 guilders each. The table's around 6. What the hell am I going to do with that? Tally it all up and bring it back to the bank. It's quite simple, really. No, it isn't. I'm currently renting a small room in the Miller's Avenue. Sure as hell don't have space for all this crap. What? Why would you take my stuff to your house? Don't you get it? Baroness Rosen sold me your debt. What? So you're not with the bank? No. I mean, didn't the sword and armor give that away? I figured you were an enforcer. Sent here to must all the money out of me. That's kind of true. Wait, I don't understand. You're telling me that Baron Rosen sold you my debt? She couldn't pay me for my job, so she sold me her debt in exchange. I'm guessing the Bank of Arendelle must have sold your debt to her earlier? Oh, I didn't know they could do that. Surely you have something else of value on here. You must have some cash to operate your business. Draw your dagger and point out Kara's purse. I have about 50 silver in that I use for giving customers change. So 5 guilders? That's it. Little cash I have. Feel free to look around and see if there's anything you'd like, but let me tell you now, I don't have any more cash on me. Sorry, I can tell you're telling the truth. Wow, really? Yeah, I've been a mercenary for the last 9 years. I can tell the indifferent look on someone with nothing to lose. You, my friend, have it. Thanks, I guess. Take a look outside. The building isn't small or anything. You have rooms up there? I do. 3 bedrooms and an attic that can easily be converted. Any tenants? Nope. Why not? Not a lot of people want to live here on Thatcher Street. Too far away from the markets. It's at the edge of the city. I guess people still have bad memories from the siege, eh? Yeah. So, how do you want to do this then? Carr pulls out some keys and first and throws them. You catch them there. There you go. What is this? The keys to the tavern. Are you serious? Dead serious. My mom's always taught me to avoid being in debt to anyone. I guess I should have followed her advice. Carr pats one of the columns tower and inhales the air nostalgically. This place is a shithole, but it's my shithole. I'm gonna miss this place. Carr's eyes go misty for a moment, then she regains her composure and looks at you in the eye. Anyway, this should pay off the debt. Your tavern is only worth around 400 guilders? Like I said, no one wants to live on Thatcher Street. Should have really researched that before buying this place. What's your name, human? Aisling Whitehorse. Aisling Whitehorse. What a fine name. Anyway, good luck and take care of it, Aisling. Give me a few minutes to pack up my stuff. Carr pulls out a small linen sack and begins putting in small trinkets. She moves slowly and sadly. It is very painful and boring to watch. Hey, Carr, exactly what is your plan after this? Well, I'm probably gonna move back in with my parents. I'm not actually from here. I'm from a small seaside called Haddock, about a day's ride from south from here. Of course, I can't afford a house, so I probably will have to walk. Seriously? Horse. The town's called Haddock? Yeah, the people I found in the town weren't super creative. Anyway, my dad is a fisherman. I'll probably have to join him in the trade. I kind of wished I could have moved to the big city like Aomon, or maybe make something of myself, but I guess I failed, huh? Hey, we're all hustling to stay alive. I'm no different from you. Well, you know, I own a tavern and I own Diddley Squat. So quite different. But I appreciate the kind words. The rooms upstairs are actually quite nice. I'm sure no much bigger than what you're renting at Miller's Avenue. Granted, much further from the market, we're right on top of your new tavern. I'd stop renting up there if I were you and just stay here instead. Might as well keep my furniture. I can't bring that back to Harlech with me, can I? Kara picks up her box and heads for the door. Right before she leaves, you call her name. Kara. Yeah, yes. Look, I don't know a bloody thing about running a tavern. I mean, from the looks of it, you probably don't know that much either, but you sure as hell know more. Damn, this human is rude. And a little racist. Why don't you hang back and help me run this place? Teach me the ropes a little. I'll even pay you a salary, give you one of the rooms for rent free. Free food, too. Fine, how about 200 silver a week, free board, and free room? Sound fair? That sounds very fair indeed. Thank you very much, Oisling. And that was how I came to own a tavern. Not the life I've was expecting given I was a trained professional soldier, but you know what? Having some time with no one trying to kill me was a welcome change. Aslan, wake up. Car, the sun is barely up. Why the hell? Wait, that's got that little megamine thing on. Wake me up. This is the most important time of the day. Really? Yeah, the sentinels just finished the night shifts are clocking off, and we'll want some food before going home. Then there are those guards coming in to do the day shift. On top of that, lumberjacks and miners also start work around this time of day. Some of them come to grab breakfast at the tavern before heading to work. Let me get. I mean, you look pretty dressed, but okay. What do you mean dressed? It's not like you need a sword and armor to do the job. Oh yeah, free force of habit. I'm sure you want to wash your face and maybe comb your hair a little before coming down. Why do I want to do that? We should look nice for the customers, no? I guess that makes sense. I'll have to stay hard, I suppose. Most of the time, I'd be heading out to dispatch the monsters or clear out the den of thieves. Well, I didn't really care how I looked. As long as my armor was fast and tight and my sword was sharpened, I'd get my job done just fine. Well, customer service is quite different, isn't it? Clearly it is. So I'll see you down in 10? Sure. See you then. Okay, I'm ready to work. What are we doing? Well, I figured since we're not really used to dealing with people without sticking some cold steel inside their chest cavities, maybe I'd start you up in the kitchen. Good thinking. Besides, chopping and slicing is kind of your specialty, right? I prefer to use a claymore than a kitchen knife, but I know what you're getting at. So what am I doing? For breakfast, we only serve 3 things. Potatoes and leek stew, oat porridge, and bread with margarine. No meat? The potato and leek stew has a little bacon. That's an understatement. What can I tell you? We elves don't like eating meat for breakfast, and with Rock Bridge down, we hardly get any foreign merchants passing near here. Interesting. Anyway, so what am I doing? That big pot on the left was oat porridge in it. The left has oat porridge in it. I'm sure you've made oats before, right? Milk and oats and honey, right? Milk, oats, and honey, right? Sounds fancy. Fancy. I'll cut the milk with water and don't put any honey. Sell a bowl of oat porridge for 1 silver, and so I can't afford to put much more than it in there. I see. The bread and margarine is pretty straightforward. I do prefer to cut the bread as we go along so it doesn't get too hard and stale. Try to spread the margarine on the exposed side so it give it some moisture back. Those 2 are pretty straightforward. The most complicated dish is the potato and leek stew. For that one, you cut potato into chunks and put it in the pot to render the fat. Once that is out, you chop the fried leeks, and when they've sweated out and gone a little soft, you put in some chopped potatoes. Once they've browned nicely, you add some water and boil it until you got a nice stew. No salt and pepper? The bacon has salt in it. That should season the dish fine. It would, but if we put more than 1 rasher in, like I said, I only charge 3 silver for my stew. Yeah, look, I don't know how long you've lived here. Going on my 3rd year. Come on, my 3rd year. Good, so I'm sure you've noticed that there are no fat elves, right? Yes, I have. Well, we like to eat healthy and keep our figures. This is our culture. Suddenly, you hear the door open. Car peeks through the door to the tavern, see the customer come in and sit at one of the tables. What's the customer of the day? Get to work on the stew and I'll tend to the customers. Sure, let's do this. A few hours later. And that should do it for the breakfast crowd. How do you know that? The sentinels have all left and are in position, which means it's now safe for the miners and lumberjack to go back to work. It'll be pretty quiet until lunch. But you get less people for lunch and dinner than breakfast, right? That's right. Breakfast is the biggest time of the day for us. That's why I wake up early. Feeling tired? No, not at all. In those 3 hours, we only had like 50 orders. How much money did we make? We made about 190 silver gross. I am for 100% profit on the item sold, so we made about 95 silver. Are you kidding me? All that blade work, we only made 9 golders between the 2 of us? Well, more like 9.5, really. Oh my goodness, no wonder you're broke. Well, we're not all fancy mercenaries that make 400 guilders in a single day. I mean, that was an important job. I did some rather seriously risk my life. It's not like I make 40 guilders every day. That being said, an average more than 70 guilders a week. Good for you. You have a tradable skill like that. Most of the rest of us have to try to survive just doing what we can. But that's my point. You don't have to live like this. You know, back in the Human Kingdom where I'm from, the tavern owners there are so wealthy they're able to buy more taverns and they get their money to work for them. How do they achieve that? Well... Hi, are you still open? We most certainly are. What can I get for you, friend? I have lager and some food, maybe. So we don't carry any lager. Seriously? Okay, just some ale then. What do you have? Goat's head and a tricky tinker. I guess I'll have the pint of the tricky tinker. What do you have for food? Potato, leek, and stew, oat porridge, and a bread with margarine. I'll take the stew. Coming right up. Shouldn't I go get it? We need a new cask of the tricky tinker, and I haven't shown you yet how to put the tap in the cask. Unless you know how. Not a clue. I'll teach you later. Just stay here and talk to the customer. Wouldn't she rather just have her meal in silence? We're not all stoic mercenaries like you, love. I find that a lot of people come to taverns to talk and socialize a little. Isn't it the same tavern? Isn't it the same in taverns in human kingdoms? It used to be. Nowadays, most people just go there with friends rather than just going to meet people. You humans are funny like that. I guess since I'm human, I'm used to it. Clearly. But yeah, keep the customer entertained so I can bring out the food and drink. Really think she wants to talk? This one looks like she has problems weighing her down. Trust me, I'm good at reading people. She wants to talk. Okay, if you insist. Hey there, how you doing? Not great. Why so? Just got fired. I'm sorry to hear that. Where did you get fired from? Golden Sparrow Brewery. Oh, damn, they make my favorite ale. Probably the best ale in all the continent. Wait, are they located in the Dwarven Kingdom of Bruxburn? That is correct. 10 points. Well, my favorite ale, so it's hardly surprising that I know a thing or two about it, where it's from. So you live in Bruxburn? I did. Must have been a hell of a sight enough towering among the dwarves of Bruxburn. It was a bit like a human in errand dog. Touche. You're not that much taller than them. So why'd they fire you? They suspect you of stealing their formulas? Not quite. Even if you did steal their formulas, you'd never be able to replicate it. Secret in the quality of the water and the fact that they aged in diamond mines hundreds of meters underground. No, they fired me for experimenting with their ales. Experimenting with the ales? Yeah, you see, Golden Sparrow Brewery only makes one ale, Golden Sparrow. They're popular right now, and explored to 7 of the 9 kingdoms, all 5 of them mercantile republics. Right now, their business model works very well, and they make a lot of money. Problem is that they're resting on their laurels. At the brewery, there is no interest in trying to improve the formula or inventing new beers, lagers, or ales. That's the problem with dwarves. They're used to the concept of mining, that they apply it to all their businesses. For them, finding a formula from an ale is like finding a thick vein of gold underground. They just want to mine Golden Sparrow as much as money as possible without any thought of developing anything new after Golden Sparrow falls out of favor in the taverns across the continent. So the owner found you experimenting and fired you for that? Seems like a rather unfair reason. Well, I really got fired because I used my own formula, a very large, very bold attempt to show him that the formula could be improved. What? Let me explain. He was so stubborn that he'd never want to try anything new. I made him, so I decided to fool him into drinking my ale. During the shift when I was where the head brewer, put my own selection of hops and herbs, and then had my team seal the barrel and put it down for aging. A few months went by, and sure enough, my special barrel came up from the mines, ready to be tasted before being poured into smaller bottles and barrels. Just as I found, my special barrel was brought up during one of the days that the boss was charged of tasting. Poured him a tall mug of the good stuff to taste it. Immediately his burr curled up, his head go hazy, and he spits it out for milk left out open sun for a week. It doesn't take him long to work out. By then he starts railing on me for wasting a whole barrel of ale on my stupid experiment. You have no reaction, isn't it? I mean, how big was the barrel? Oh, it carried 1,000 gallons. Oh, damn. You could use a smaller barrel? I could have, but I was very confident. I already thought he'd love it as much as he immediately wanted to bottle it up and sell it to all the royal houses. Hey, go big or go home, right? Exactly. Though I literally got sent home, didn't I? The two of you laugh heartily, and Kara appears with the ale and stew. Boy. Here's your ale and your stew. Thanks so much. Kara sets the food in front of the customer and pulls you away from it. Well, so I'm gonna go clean the kitchen. Why don't you stay out here since you've been having a good time? It's good to pay a rapport with the customers. It makes them want to come back. Seems like she's enjoying the conversation with you, love. That makes sense. I'll stay on then. Right. You know what? You're alright, human. Thanks. You're also right, brewer. What's your name? Aisling Warriorhorse. You? Sarah's Green Nook. It's because your hair is green, and your eyes are green, and your clothes are green. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure is all mine. So what's next for you? Will you seek out employment with an elven brewery? Probably not. We elves are good at things like wine because it's complex and pretentious. But ales and beers, not so good. We keep trying to introduce too many flavors and undertones, and it makes the ale that is never popular outside the Elven Kingdoms. Heck, even with the Elven Kingdoms, only a thick, the tackiest joints like take Elven ale. No offense. Tricky Tinker is Elven made, isn't it? Yep, so is Goathead. Look, it's made here in Arendine, so I'm sure the transportation costs are cheap, but it makes for a very economic choice. Oh, I wouldn't know. Oh, don't you own this place? I do, but I only bought it yesterday. I'm actually a mercenary knight by trade. So I decided to switch from killing monsters to killing taste buds, eh? Its local beer is so bad. Sorry, I hate to sound like such a snob, but it's bloody awful. Maybe it's because I've developed a tongue for fuck ale. Fuck beer. It's all awful. It's all shit. I mean, come on. Say what you want about them. No race in the land enjoys a good meal quite as much as they do. That's why they're all fucking fat. Even compared to you humans. I see, you haven't met many humans. Some people travel thousands of miles to taste great food. Fair enough. Never spent much time in the human kingdoms. You lot are too violent for my liking. You never know when a civil war will happen in the human kingdom. I'll give you that. Why do you think we're the most sought after mercenaries? I'll give you that one thing. Well, I mean, okay. Elves live for 1,000 years. That means they can train for a lot longer than any human kid. That means in the Elven mercenary, we're better than the human mercenary, because humans only live for like 80 to 90 years. So that doesn't really add up. Afterwards, humans make the best beer. It's not even by a massive lead. If Golden Sparrow weren't so damn good, I'd say the average Dwarven Ale and the average human ale are on par. Not that second place is that good of an award. There's hardly a competition with Cat's Piss we Elves produce for beer. You both chuckle together and Soros down through ale, followed by Grimace. Sorry about this Elven stuff. You know the tacky establishment to sell off a beer, but why'd you come here? Because I'm bone lazy. I just moved back with my parents and they live right across the road. I kind of had arguing with them over breakfast and came here just to be away for a while. Everything okay up there? Just the usual. My parents are disappointed I moved back essentially since they told me I was a fool for wanting to become a brewer. Now that they're insisting I take up the proper elven trade like archery to on Sentinel. What do you think about doing that? Never. I am a brewer. Beer flows through my veins. That's not a good thing. That means you're dead. Are you brewing anything right now? I am. I'm brewing a very nice pale ale in my bedroom as we speak. You know what? Let's see what it is now. Can I taste some? Sure thing. I'll be back momentarily. What, Usling? I'm really impressed. Oh, I had no idea you were such an adept conversationalist. Before I was a mercenary, I was a soldier in the army. And if you want to talk to people about it, I don't give a shit. I see, you sure are full of surprises, aren't you? I'm like an onion, I have many layers. Oh, it's so funny, Aslan. Well, I guess you're right. You're kind of interested in shop when you first appear with bitter forms when you become sweetened, right? I wonder. So it looks like you were having not quite a lively conversation. What were you talking about? She's a brewer. Apparently she used to work for Golden Sparrow Brewery, but got fired recently for trying to make her own brew. Anyway, I asked her if we could taste her ale, and she's bringing some now. Oh, brilliant. I'm sure super thirsty after the long shift. Do you have any clean jugs? Indeed we do. I'll go get them. Half an hour later. Sorry that took so long. I had a bit of a shout out with my parents again. Do you have a tap I can put into my cask? Kara? Yeah, yes, here you go. Much obliged. Yeah, oh yes, introductions. Soros, this is Kara of Stone. She's the owner of the pub. It's not teaching me how to run it. Kara, this is Soros Greenoak, the brewer from the Golden Blah Blah I was telling you about. Nice to meet you. Likewise, you okay there putting the tap in? Please, I've done this a million times. Take the tap, pours 3 glasses out for all you taste. You grab your beer and stein and inspect the color of the drink. It has a golden barely hue with a clean white foam. Take a big swig, blah blah blah. It's beer. It tastes like piss no matter what beer it is. Guess you have all you want. It's shit. For sure. This is probably the best ale I've ever had in my life. Oh, you're too kind. Is this what you served to the owner at Golden Sparrow? Not quite. I've kind of been working on this new brew for a month now. Don't get me wrong, this is a derivative of that one, but I believe it's much more refined now. I was gonna say, if you rushed this, you would have been a damn fool. You know, I'll admit this one might have changed his mind. Have you shown this to any other tavern owners? I have, and I've gotten some good feedback, but all of them told me that even though I were to produce like this commercial quantities, that they simply couldn't be seen sporting my ale. What? Why is that? Goathead and Tricky Tinkler have a duopoly on this town. Any tavern seen sporting an elven ale that isn't one of those two have been threatened to have their supply cut. Oh, that's awful. That's kind of bottling must be illegal. Someone should inform Baroness Rosen about this. Who do you think owns Goatheads? What? She owns Goathead? What the hell? Here she pretended she had no money and forced me to accept Kara's debt in the place of payment for a job I did for her. Baroness cutting like that. Don't feel too bad. She'd have screwed you over one way or another. Yeah, I have an impression from her. So what you plan to do with this ale then, Soros? I don't really know yet. I'm guessing once I perfect it, I'll probably try to bring a few casks to the human or Dwarven city. See if any taverns there are willing to take it. No offense, but do you even have the means enough to make enough ale to supply even one tavern? The Stone and Sailor isn't the most popular tavern in the city, but I still go through 4 or 5 casks a day. So assuming you manage to get the contract to even one tavern, you need to provide that per day. And that's not even accounting for storage. How long does this need to ferment for? About 2 weeks. So at any given moment, you have 70 casks lying around. That's not even including your equipment. She has a good point. I mean, I don't know how big your parents' apartment is, but even the 3-bedroom unit, that's one hell of a squeeze. Yeah, I'm not really allowed to expand my hobby outside my room. So you're right, Kara. It will be a challenge. Sorry, I'm not trying to crap on you. I'm just looking at it from a business perspective. No, I'm glad you're saying all this. I guess I don't really I don't really think of things from a business perspective. I've always been more of an artisan than a businesswoman. More concerned with making the perfect brew than actually knowing how to sell it. I hadn't really thought this beyond making the brew. I guess I figured someone with a love of it as much as they might then bankroll it. Taurus, can I have a moment to talk to Kara? Sure. Kara, a moment in the kitchen? Okay, then. You silly fucking human. What do you want? Hey, so I'm thinking we should invest in this. Well, it is undoubtedly a great ale, but to get blacklisted by the other two, I don't know if it's worth it. We can get foreign oils, can't we? I tried before and ran a loss on them. The clientele in this tavern is really not that highbrow, so I only really turn the profit on cheaper local ales. I see. And if we carry another ale, we'll definitely get blacklisted. Definitely. They'll just stop shipments within a week. 100%. Besides, what do you mean by invest? Well, there's another room upstairs. The cellar is not even half full. I figured we could give her a month and she can start brewing right away. That'll start a situation with her parents, and us brewing our own ale means that we can save on the long run. Heck, it might even make a better advantage of the other taverns will be the ones with sale. On top of that, we should work here as well. You know, I'll keep places clean and served during rush hour. We don't have rush hours. What rush hours? I guess I'm being more optimistic in my projections, but I've always been an optimist. You think she'll take the deal? She's someone who used to be an independent adult and has been forced back to her old situation living with her parents. On top of that, it seems like they don't really get along and have been arguing lots of late. Be very blah 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 blah. And I get where you're coming from. My only concern is the business in the short term. Just remember that our turnover here isn't that high. Remember that for the past few years, I ran this place by myself and never considered for a second to hire anyone to help me. That's why I'm trying to shake things up here. Change something, turnover is higher, blah blah blah. I can see that. What about equipment? I'm sure she'll need some brewing, but if you want to produce commercial quantities, they'll need more cask and for something. It's not even beginning to consider the cost of ingredients. Wow, you really think of everything, huh? I know you're so well read. I've been running this place for 2 years now and support myself, so I've learned a few things along the way. I'm sure if you had more time, you might have been able to also pay off your own loan. Maybe, but it was all me to make it in time anyway. At least I'm lucky my loan got sold to an understanding person like yourself. Give me too much credit. Look, end of the day, this tavern belongs to you now, so it's all your decision. I just wanted to give you my 2 silvers of the matter. And I'd be sorry if you didn't, Kara. Alright, let's go and make her an offer. Hey Sarah, thanks for waiting. Oh, well, I've been back a look. Oh good, it's not anything else planned for the day. So Kara and I talked it over and we've come up with something you might find very interesting. Oh? We really love your ale and would like to serve it here in the tavern. Fantastic, but as Kara said, I don't have the means of making commercial quantities. Well, we've got to consider, so I'll make you a different kind of offer. Oh? I'm going to offer you a contract that I know you can't complete. I'm going to do something else instead. I'm going to bankroll this business and then you'll have to make your ale exclusively for this tavern. I see, so you'd be the owner then. Exactly. We could drop paperwork later, but here's my offer. Oh, buy the necessary equipment and ingredients needed to make this ale of yours. To store and ferment the ale, we'll use the cellar we have here. You'll be able to make do with the space to do your brewing. Of that, I'll offer you a room upstairs you can move into, and you can eat from our kitchen while you're here making this brew. Oh wow, what an amazing offer. I'm not done yet. Oh, sorry. In exchange, I will own 6% of this enterprise, and you make only brew for me. On top of that, you'll also have to work at the tavern and help us out when things get busy. For that work, you'll be given a salary. So what do you say? Well, like I said earlier, I'm not much of a businesswoman, but I'm one hell of a brewer. You can give me the opportunity to brew, and I'll make you the best ale in all of the 9 kingdoms. You have a deal. Strauss offers you your hand, and you shake it. First things first, please make a list of all of this equipment you'll need to get started. Try to keep things cheap as we're starting off. Won't be making blah blah blah. Like microbrew level? Exactly. Also, as much as possible, I'd prefer not to spend too much at the beginning, so if there's anything of your own that we can use at the moment, I appreciate that you did. Of course. I'll write up a list now. Have you forgotten something? What have I forgotten? What are you gonna do about the owners of Goathead and Tricky Tinker? Find out that we're serving another ale made of ale. Glad you asked. I have 2-pronged strategy for this. First, we are gonna start ordering more ale so we can have some reserve for when they cut us off. Second, we're gonna keep this secret for as long as possible. I mean, how are they gonna find out? They don't have agents who can constantly check. No agents constantly checking out all the taverns, and the men who do deliver are normally contractors, not direct employees. But if the ale hit, then they will find out where it's coming from sooner or later. If the ale's a hit, then we won't have to worry about the competition anymore, do we? I guess you have a point, unless they cut you off before you can get the equipment to make a constant supply of it. Then people will order it, we don't have enough, and we can't really make a profit if you don't know what we're going to sell. Trust me, anyway, it should be time for lunch soon. What do you serve for lunch? Just a potatoes leek stew? Ah yes, fantastic. I'll go in and make a batch then. Thanks, I'll clean up a bit around here. So we can get like a dwarf or another elf to cook for us or something? Soros, do you have the list ready? I do. Here you go. Soros passes you a list and you're spread the length of it. Whoa, I had no idea that one needs so many things to make ale. Well, for one home brewer, one can do with fine, but... Well, for a home brewer, one can do fine with what I have now. But if we want to go commercial, we'll need this type of heavy-duty equipment. How much do you think this will cost? If we all get a second, I think we can get this all for under 200 guilders. Yikes, 200 guilders is a lot of money. That's like half the value of this entire pub. But it gives us the means not to be dependent on other brewers. And like I said earlier, it could be a significant point of differentiation with other breweries. So where do you plan to get those 200 guilders from? I have an idea or two. Anyway, Kara, you said there was one more free room upstairs? Oh, yes, 2 more if we include the addict. But it's a bit moldy and horrible. Full of cobwebs and whatnot. Let's put Saris in the room that doesn't have all the spiders in it then. No, it's probably the one with the spiders. She can kill them with her hair loop. Yes, boss. Okay, why don't you two already move Saros in, and then Kara, please start teaching Kara to the work tables and cook your potato and leek stew. Aye aye, Captain. Aye aye, Captain. Driver and fasten your claymore to your back. Where are you off to, boss? I'm off to get us 200 golders. Hawaii is my favorite human in all of Arendelle. Come in, Aisling, have a seat. Thank you, my lady. You ever go well with Mr. Riverstone? Let's put it this way, I'm the proud proprietor of the Stone Sailor. Brilliant. All well ends well, eh? I suppose. Oh, so what can I do you for, Aisling? I'd like a loan of 200 golders, please. A loan? Why would you want a loan for? Well, thanks to you, I know a tavern that wasn't quite profitable enough for the owner to be able to pay back your loan. Well, I see, the tavern won't be making any more money unless I invest in improving certain aspects a little. Ah, aren't you the quiet entrepreneur? Mercenary and merchant start with the same root words, do they not? Good point. That doesn't mean anything. Okay. Well, you know me. You know I'm a reliable and responsible individual. So what do you say? Can I have a loan? I thought I told you I have no money. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. What's that supposed to mean? That's not until I've been talking to all sorts of people and heard all sorts of things. One thing I heard that is you who owns Goathead, one of the biggest breweries in the city. You really expect me to believe you have no cash? Okay, you got me there. Nevertheless, I'm not currently in the mood of getting out loans, even to my most trusted mercenary. Sorry, wish I could help, but I've had enough people in business to pay me back in the form of loans. Last thing I want is another bloody scroll in my vault. I see. Well, thank you for your time, my lady. You kept turning just to call him. Aisling, wait. Yes, if you want any guilders, I do have a job that needs doing. What's the pay? Well, how about 200 guilders? What a coincidence. Life is funny that way, isn't it? Isn't it? What's the job? The Lumberjack Guild have complained that there's a witch squatting in the woods. Apparently she's been threatening them, calling them names and firing fireballs at them. Just disturbing their work and being a bloody nuisance. I need her to be not a problem anymore. Is that it? Well, that's what I've been told. Sounds like sentinel work to me. Normally I would send sentinels, but I've already sent half of them to watch over the reconstruction of Rourke Bridge, and the rest I spread them along city walls. I see, the Builders Guild has demanded protection from their masons. Don't remind me. Anyway, will you take this job? How do you intend to pay me? Well, no, I will not take another debt as payment. Before I know it, I'll have half the failing business of the city. I get paid in the coin or nothing. Oh, how do you amuse me, Aisling. Guess what? You're just in luck. The Merchants Guild has finally agreed to pay me their taxes now that I've gotten rid of this troll underneath Rourke Bridge. You mean I got rid of? Yes, but I hired you, therefore I am the one who fixed the problem. You want to see it that way? I do. Anyway, as I was saying, you're in luck. They just paid me their taxes, so I actually have some coin on me. This time you'll get paid in coin. You have my word. I'm gonna need more than a word, my lady. Oh my. I mean, I'm flattered and all, but don't you know that I'm married? That's not what I mean. I mean, I'll take half my pay now and then half later, after I deal with the witch. Is that really necessary, Aisling? After everything we've been through? Don't you trust me? No, I don't. Fair enough. Fine. Here, 100 guilders. Rosalind reaches into her drawers and pulls a small green felt bag with a red string. Test the bag and he catches it there. Chicken sign looks like it'd be around 100 guilders. All good? Yes, all good. And witch better be out of the woods and 6 feet under by nightfall. And that, my dear Aisling, is why you're my favorite human. Oh. 1 hour later. Okay, so the head lumberjack just told me the witch was just seen around here. I guess maybe she got angry about the lumberjacks making noise chopping trees? I suppose I should make a similar noise to make her appear. Here, claymores are hacking away at some of the smaller trees. Page with your sword reminds you of the games you used to play as a child. Entertaining as it is, the first few acts, you can't help but feel a little silly playing such a game. Suddenly a figure emerges from the trees among the pool of smoke. You raise your sword in the high guard, anticipating a fireball attack. Hey there, handsome. Stand back, witch, lest you wish to taste my blade. Oh, someone is being a bit forward. I think you'll have to buy me a dinner first before we get something like that. Love her design. That would be a Maki from Love Live a little bit. Teach this man his japes and ready yourself for battle. Battle? I don't want to fight you. Why would I want to fight such a strong and handsome knight? Stop trying to get me to lower my guard. It won't work. But you should let your guard down. Don't you know? No man is truly happy until he finds a woman to complete his life. Stop putting these walls around you. Let me make you happy. You never know, I might be that woman for you. Oh shit, I should lower the sword. Okay. You lower your sword, but keep your guard up. I think I'm missing something here. I was sent here to special a witch that had been causing problems for the local lumberjacks. Aren't you that witch? Problems? All I did was flirt with them. I mean, yes, I could be a bit forward, but you know, I'm a go-getter. Guys like that in a girl, you know. I was told you threw some fireballs at them. Well, I may have thrown 1 or 2, but it's because they kept ignoring me and my advances. Rejection is a terrible thing, you know. She threw fireballs at them because they were ignoring her. Oh, poor witch. Yes, I know, but I hardly think that it merits throwing deadly balls of lava at their fireballs, not lava balls. They're not lava. They're fire. Stupid human. I only fired the wee little ones. You could hardly cook a steak with one of the ones I threw, let alone kill anyone. Gosh, you think these lumberjacks would be such ninnies? Forget them, I have so much more manly here now. A big, strong, handsome knight. How you doing? Hey. How you doing? You realize I'm a woman, right? What? Are you serious? Yes, I am. All right. Well, that was a waste of good makeup. What? Wait. How? Yeah. This manly looking Isling over here. Used that man intense smoke spell for my entrance. That was a bloody waste, too. Wait, are you telling me this whole brouhaha was about you wanting to flirt with the lumberjacks? Yeah. I mean, wasn't it obvious? Super obvious. Literally, she just said she was trying to flirt with them. Yeah, super obvious. If anything, a bit too obvious. Oh? So you're telling me that you always start with a smoke show, then appear out of nowhere, catcall the lumberjacks, and then throw fireball at them when they don't understand that this is a romantic gesture? Pretty much. Okay, I see what's happened. Yeah, the lumberjacks actually reported you to Baroness Rosen, and she hired me to dispatch you, or at the very least get you to leave the forest. Apparently, you're getting in the way of their work. Oh no, I never wanted to do that. I can see that. We kind of thought you might have been out here trying to protect your forest or something. I mean, yeah, if they cut down the whole thing, I'd be pretty pissed. But as elves are in touch with nature and only cut what we need. We don't just greedily level a whole forest without consideration of the consequences for the animals living inside. Humans. They're not humans. Shit on humans. But it's true. Deforestation is a massive problem. Oh, no offense. None taken. So, you do live here, right? I have a hut about a mile north of here. Oh, okay. You live there, alone. Yeah, I was there with my coven for a few years, but we kind of ran out of food and money, so most of the others left to find paying gigs in other cities and kingdoms. I decided to stay here, just live off the land. Live off the land? So you farm? Nah, I just pick berries and mushrooms and eat those. If I feel like a bit of meat, I might hunt some boars or rabbits. Oh, you're good at hunting? Yeah, when you can cast Fireball, everything becomes easier after that. That's true. Fireball kills everything, as any D&D wizard could tell you. Heck, half the time the meat's already cooked by the time I get to it. Wow, you're quite the outdoors person, huh? Sorry. Yeah, I am. I love the great outdoors, so they especially like girls who can, like camp, pick a fire, and hunt. Things like that. You know, not all men like the great outdoors. There are just men who like to stay inside reading a book, or there are men who like going outside camping. Yeah, fuck camping. Camping sucks. Not by my experience. Could it be perhaps be could it perhaps be because 100% of the men you interacted with are lumberjacks? Men who choose that giving professional because they prefer a job outdoors to indoors? Oh, you're not. You're a little dense, little witch. Forgive me for presuming, but given how much you talk about guys, I get the impression that you really want a man in your life, right? Yeah, of course. Have you considered that maybe living out there in the hut alone isn't the best idea if this is what you want in your life? Don't get me wrong, having your own piece of land in the countryside sounds amazing and something I'm sure a lot of people aspire to. But if your objective is to be a man and make him fall in love with you, it might not be the best bet. You're right, but to live in the city you need money, you need a job. Okay, I have an idea. We just offering jobs to everyone? Oh, Isling. So how did it go? Yeah, it started. No, I had to deliver? No, I didn't kill this one. It was more of a misunderstanding, really. So you're telling me that the witch wasn't aggressive. She was aggressive, just not in the way you think she is. Anyway, just assured that she won't be giving you or lumberjacks any more problems. Okay, I'm intrigued. I convinced her to move out of the forest. Oh, how could I have a nasty feeling that this is going to cost me? Believe me, it's going to cost me much more. Uh-huh. Anyway, you have my 100 guilders. Yes, how do I know you finished the job? Have I ever lied to you? Have I ever not finished a job? Admittedly, you haven't. Okay, fair enough. Here's your money. Rosine tells you another identical green silk bag with 100 guilders in it. There you go. Good job. Good job, chap. Thanks. As always, if you need a mercenary, you know where to find me. And where would that be? At my new tavern, the Stone and Sailor. Oh yes, of course. I mean, you'd never catch me in a tacky area like Thatcher Street, but yeah. Good luck with that. She kind of look like Zelda from Ocarina of Time. A little bit. Hey, we got a witch on our side. Hey, so again, what magic tricks can you do? I can do a smoke screen, I can levitate things, but not very long. And I can juggle fireballs. Yes. No! Do the juggle the fireballs. Do it. You could be like what's his name? Manny from Lilo and Stitch. Just don't light everything on fire. I just bought this place. Don't want to see upcoming flames. Unless, Kara, does this place have insurance? What do you think, boss? Right. No fire juggling. Understood, my lady. Oh, don't call me that. I'm not a noble or anything. Really? I mean, you own a tavern. You must be minted. Not exactly. Geez, how long have you been away from civilization? A while. Clearly. So what can I call you then? What shall I call you? What shall I call you then? Oh yeah, we haven't even introduced ourselves. I really should have thought this one through before inviting you over. My name is Aisling Whitehorse. Ah, Lady Whitehorse. Nope, not a noble. Said so early. But you are a knight. Nope, just a mercenary. Then what about the sword and armor? You don't have to be a knight to own a sword and armor. True, but armor is usually a knight thing. Geez, you must have been away from civilization for a really long time. Mercenaries usually wear leathers. It's a while. I'm scared to ask how long. Very long. She's a witch, an elf. She's a elves live for a very long time. You'll be dead. Long before they are. They'll have to carry on the tavern in your name. What's your name then? Bronogus Shadowstream. That is one hell of a witch name. Wow. What was that? What did I do for? It was like Scottish. Wow, that's a. Fuck, I don't remember the voice. What did I do? Wow, that is a. Wow. That's a very. Hello. That's a very old name. Not the voice I was using before. I think I had a great aunt called Bronog. I don't think anyone's been called Bronog for like 100 years. Well, that is about how old I am. Yeah, I think we need to update your modern times. Maybe I'll switch the nickname or something. In my coven, some of my fellow witches call me Bro for sure. Is Bro a hot name? You think guys will want to take... Yeah, every guy wants to take their bro. It'll work. Oh, let's see bros. No. I don't think so. How about we just give you a name that sounds like your old name? Something like Brene? That's a good one. I've always looked that name. Sounds a bit like brioche. What's a brioche? It's this sweet buttery type of bread. Yes, I like this. Yes, I like this. These are all sounds like nice adjectives. You may call me broochy. Right. Don't you think that makes you sound a bit like an exotic? Nope, I like it. Brioche. Brioche. Well, my name is Brioche Shadowstream. Brilliant. This day is going really well. Carl, you have another free room upstairs, right? Yes. Or are you taking the nut board, huh? Yes, our new entertainer. Of course, she will also double as waitstaff, just much like Saurus. Can I talk to you for a second in the kitchen, boss? Hey, sure. Alright. Yep. Really, boss? Are you sure this is a good idea? Are you sure this is a good idea? Are you sure this is a good idea? Even one of the liveliest nights, we hardly have enough clientele to man entertainment. You really want to add her to the roster, too? This is not a bag that just named herself after a loaf of bread. We need to get more money, more bums on the seats, and the entertainer will do that. Okay, that is true, but is she really an entertainer? She seems quite creepy to me. Just trust me, okay? Fine, anyway, let's get back out there. I really don't want to leave her alone at the front of the house. I really don't want to leave her alone at the front of the house. Good point. Okay, Brush, welcome to the team. Kara will help you settle in the upstairs, and she'll teach you a little bit about how we do things around here. Fantastic. Come with me. We only have the attic available now. I hope that's fine for you. Well, I'll be able to see the moon at night from there. Yes, you get a perfect view of the moon. Brilliant. Then I'll be able to do my moon songs every night. Moon songs, you say? And how long do they typically go for? Normally about an hour or so. And you sing this every night. Yes, I stay after midnight. Boss, is there an express version of the song? Well, if I'm feeling tired at the end of the day, I might do a short version where I only sing one verse. That only lasts about 10 minutes. I see. Kara, be a dear and put Brush on dishwashing duty tonight. My pleasure, boss. My pleasure, boss. There, boss. An hour later. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. It's 10:30. Okay. And normally I close the pub at about 11 p.m. Gives us enough time to clean the place, and then we can all go to bed before midnight. Remember, we start again really early in the next day. Okay, fair enough. Well, since you have 2 new servants, then you should probably feel less tired than normal, right? Not really. These 2 will have a lot to learn. I mean, Soros is okay. Her time as a brewer means that she has a good tongue. She's good at cooking. Table service, not so much. I think she's so used to being around few people in her brewery that it makes her a bit awkward in a more social situation. It means that she normally dumps the food and drinks in front of the guests as fast as possible, or says random and slightly inappropriate things. She should learn all the aspects of Tavern, so try to push her to be a bit more social. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. How about you, Brosh? How about Brosh? Yeah, she's a character. She hits on every guy that comes in here and says very strange things to everyone. How about her magic tricks? They're okay. The guests seem amusing enough, though a lot of them seem perplexed as to why such a humble pub would have an entertainer. Yeah, I'll admit that getting her to face the general public so soon after leaving the woods was probably not one of my better ideas. What do you think we should do with her? Put her on cleaning duty. Just put her on cleaning duty. Maybe she knows a spell that will give the sponge and mop life and start cleaning Tavern. That's not how magic works, I'm afraid. Oh well, wishful thinking perhaps. But yeah, put her on cleaning duty and clean Soros' equipment for the brewing. Good thinking. Hopefully that'll tire her out so she doesn't do that moon song thing. Exactly. Will do, boss. Hey, why don't you call it a night already? You look absolutely knackered. Yeah, sorry, it's a long walk to Fillory Woods that did me. I blame miles later and back carrying this heavy weight on me. Are you talking about your armor or a brooch? Both. You both laughed joyfully. Come now, come on, boss. Go have a rest, and I'll have the 2 girls clean up the tavern. You sure you'll be okay? Like you said, you gave me 2 new subordinates. It means I don't have to do the worst jobs anymore. Alright, girl. Yeah. I tell you, you should see it. Delegate. Good night, boss. Good night, Kara. Pretty sure it sounds the same way I was doing earlier for her. Next day. Sun's quite high already. It's Kara didn't wake me up this morning. I wonder if everything's okay downstairs. Oh hey Kara, are you guys just finishing the morning rush now? Yeah, there might be a few people in for a breakfast, but the rush of morning work is mostly done. Oh, you should have woke me up. No, you're clearly tired from yesterday, so I wouldn't you let you sleep in. Besides, I have 2 miracles here to help me. Did they do better this morning? The advice on the assignment you gave yesterday was quite effective. I think this will work out better. I'm glad. Suddenly your stomach crumbles. Hungry? Yeah, I think I forgot to eat dinner yesterday. I was seeing. I'll have Soros bring you some potato and leek stew. Kara? Yeah? Please have her put as much bacon as she can see. Understood, boss. You sit down and gaze at the sunlight entering your tavern. For a brief moment, you believe that maybe, just maybe, you can make this work. Then at this, you see Brush talking to a cockroach, and realize that maybe this might not work, and that you're being overly optimistic. Hey, Chief, where is your stew? Here's your stew. Kara told me to make sure that there's a bacon as possible in your serving. Brilliant. Thanks so much, Soros. No problem, Chief. How are you liking things here? We're having fun. Kara's a very patient teacher, and Brosh is, well, she's certainly never boring. Though I would have done without her midnight singing. I think I slept through that. Lucky you, I thought she was opening a portal to the netherworld. Yeah, I really should have thought twice before inviting her. Still beats a tough time I was having back at my parents' house. I think now I have a full-time job again and I've moved out, we'll probably start arguing less. I'm glad, family's important, you know? Sometimes we argue, but we should always remember who our family is. True that, but it seems like we're forming a new family of sorts here at this tavern. Is there a Brush part of your family? She may seem a bit quirky and can't control herself around handsome men, but she has a good heart and has good intentions. The cockroach tell you that? Cyrus gives you a confused look when sees Brush in the corner of the tavern, continuing her conversation with the cockroach on the wall. She busts out in laughter. I was wondering who she was talking to. I want to talk to you about something. Sure, have you had a breakfast? Yes, I did before we started work. Got work on an empty stomach. And be happy you're a brewer, not a soldier. I don't even care to tell you how many times I had to march on an empty stomach back when I served. Definitely like the Constitution for such a thing. That's why I joined the Sentinels. It was so unfathomable for me. You know what you like and don't like. Heck, you did one better than that. You knew your calling at a young age. Some people spend their whole life looking for their calling. Well, I mean, she's an elf. She had a long ass time to find their calling. Humans do not. I guess I'm lucky. Do you consider being a snake your calling? Yeah, I'm good at it and I get paid relatively well for it. But there are days I don't feel like fighting trolls and gargoyles. There are moments when I'm dragging a massive and very smelly troll head through torrential rain, and I think to myself, maybe it's time to put away the sword and have a more indoor profession. You're like 25. Maybe. Never thought of it that way. I just figured you mustn't live endless adventures. There are lots of adventures, no doubt about it. As long as there is paid work, there are rarely dull moments. But as you get older, you just want there time where there's nothing trying to kill you. I can imagine. What did you talk about? What do you want to talk about, Chief? I think I should be able to get your entire collection equipment from 100 golder. Brilliant! Which is good because we also need to buy ingredients for your brew, so I need to set aside money. After you've done blah blah blah, Caro has up in the morning. Why is my nose all stuffy now? Ugh. I come on, Margaret. So you've entered haggle until you've done it wearing. You never haggled until you've done it to wearing a suit of armor with a giant claymore on your back. Then let me wear armor and sword. That's cute, but it's pretty damn obvious when someone who has never worn armor wears it. Oh? When you have a moment, make that list for me. Okay, I already have it. Done. Here you go. Let's put the list out of our pocket and pass it to you. Most of you are going to sound familiar until you see one word you've never seen before. What is chicken weed? This is my secret ingredient. It's a little known herb that helps bring out the freshness of ale. It also accentuates fermentation and allows ale to be ready within a week of being put in its cask. Ready, buy it. I had it lying around the house because my local apothecary prescribed it for my father to help with a fungal infection. It worked within one application, so he had too much lying around the house, so I had to put it in my brew. You know how much it cost? I do. My father paid 1 guilder for 1 ounce of this stuff. Yikes, a guilder for an ounce? And how much do you need to make a cask? Pretty much you use the whole ounce to make this cask over here and another experimental one before. So half an ounce per cask. Or better, half a guilder per cask. That might be raised the unit price of this ale too much. True, but without its ale is pretty damn bland. It will taste like the other. It just tastes like the others. I see. We need to get closer to the source so we can buy this stuff cheaper. You know where it comes from? Sorry, no idea. Figured we could just buy more from the apothecary. That will cut into profits too much. We'll have to get to the source. Any ideas? I think I might ask our original herbalist. Rush, would you have a term? Suddenly turns into like a seagull spying food. She eats the cockroach like she eats the cockroach she was talking to and walks. She ate the cockroach. We have food, you know. I'm pretty sure there is a good amount of potato and leek stew left behind. I prefer the cockroach. No offense, Saurus. None taken? Weren't you talking to that cockroach earlier? No, I was talking to her gardener. Apparently this one stole the gardener's girlfriend. And he said it sent to death by consumption? I already passed this a long time ago. I feel hungry and decided not to let a good person go to waste. Right, so you're like a kind of judge of the cockroaches? Kind of. What gives you authority to sentence them to death? I spoke to the mayor of the cockroaches earlier this morning. He asked me to sort this out. I wish I had never asked. Why would you talk to cockroach? Of all the things you could talk to, why cockroaches? Also, cockroaches have mayors? And civilizations? What is this, a bug's life? Let's get back to the point. Please. Alright, I think it's been an hour, so I will end this here. The second to last visual novel. So if you like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching, and see you in the final one. GoldenOne out.